If you've ever wanted to know what Meta, wow, I can't believe we're actually calling it that now, but that's where we are, personally recommends as the critical 5 things you absolutely need to have to produce killer Facebook ads, you've clicked on the right video. First, let me just cut through all of the bullshit because to be honest, I haven't even uploaded a long form video here on YouTube in a hot minute. But if you're wondering where I've been, it's TikTok. Yep, I've been uploading videos over on the Clock app. So if you want more consistent uploads, you can also check me out over there. Okay, so just a few weeks ago, Meta had their first ever performance marketing summit, and they revealed, based on the millions of advertising dollars, probably billions if we're being honest, that all businesses spend on Facebook and Instagram, their new framework that you must utilize if you want to get the best results possible from your ads. It's called the Performance 5, and it boils down to 5 key things. By the way, this is not to be confused with Power 5, which is their old framework, which I've talked about before. Normally, I hate these kinds of frameworks because they're super general with like have quality creatives, which is great, but like tell us something we don't already know. So obviously Meta has recognized the impact that the privacy updates have had on the results of businesses advertising on the platform. We all know it, we feel it, there's no way to sugarcoat it, but the performance for a lot of us have suffered in the last year since Apple dropped iOS 14. Brands have significantly reduced or completely pulled their ad spend from Facebook. So Meta is evidently reacting to that, and rest assured they're doing everything they possibly can to help businesses that are still advertising to get the best results possible. In essence, the Performance 5 allows us to take back control and adapt to this new era of marketing. So let's not waste any more time. What is the Performance 5? Let's start with account simplification. Again, these are strategies that you can take away after watching this video and implement in your ads today. I've talked about account simplification in some of my other videos before, and if you're familiar with the Power 5, this is basically the same thing. Essentially, Meta wants you to have a simple account structure. Stop breaking up your account into 10 campaigns and running 20 ad sets in each campaign. It literally drives me crazy every time I see this in an ad account.
I'm tired of seeing it.
You'd be surprised just how common and how many accounts are set up like this. Think about it. Having so many campaigns and that many ad sets is an absolute nightmare to manage. Not only that, it's actually getting you worse results than if you were to use a much simpler one. So the account structure that we swear by for our clients that are getting the best results is this. 3 campaigns, no more than 3 to 5 ad sets within each campaign, no more than 5 ads within each ad set. That's it. Super simple. I can already hear the questions you're going to ask.
I have a lot of questions.
What if I'm using CBO? Don't we need to create new campaigns? Should we test new ad sets within the existing campaigns? All great questions. There are going to be exceptions. The campaign structure that I just outlined is definitely not the end all be all. If you're using CBO, it's perfectly fine to create new campaigns with ad set budgets for testing. Otherwise, you risk impacting the performance of your winning ad sets or campaigns. Just keep in mind that if you end up having too many campaigns and you're still not getting the results you want, then it's probably a good idea to consolidate some of your ad sets and campaigns. This way you limit audience overlap, which is when multiple ad sets or campaigns are competing for the same audience. Let the algorithm help you exit the learning phase faster, spend your budget more efficiently, and reach better audiences. Number 2 on the Performance 5 framework is to embrace creators. Considering how most brands have shifted toward more user-generated content in their ads, this one comes as no surprise. Meta has said that brands that are seeing the most success on the platform are leaning into the trust, authenticity, originality of creators to drive performance and reach new audiences. People want trust, and creators offer that through their content. So in other words, this is just UGC. Want to know what converts? It's not high production value, cinematic, big budget videos. It's low production, normal, everyday people taking out their phones, using the selfie camera and recording a video of themselves in their living room and sharing their experience on a product, which is great news for small businesses who don't have huge budgets to spend on sourcing creative. This sets the bar super low, meaning anyone can do this.
The bar is so low.
And that's not even the crazy part. You want to know what percentage of creators' content Meta recommends you have in your ads? 50%. Yeah, that's a huge amount. Meta has recommended that at least 50% of your ads be creator focused, which is massive, but it's really not all that surprising, especially when we look at the type of content that we are running on our client accounts. In fact, in many cases, all we're running is content from creators. So on some client accounts, 100% of our campaigns use creators' content. Think about that for a second and let that sink in. We are literally at the beginning of the creator economy and it's just getting started. If you're enjoying this video so far and you're getting value from it, please consider subscribing, and it would mean the world to me if you hit that like button. That would really help me out and also lets me know what you guys like to see. I want to take a second to talk about TikTok. Like it or not, whether you use TikTok or not, this clock app has revolutionized culture and the advertising industry in a massive way. Not only has it been the most downloaded app for the last however many months now, but it is stealing attention away from every other platform. Facebook, Instagram, Google search, and even YouTube now. All that to say, if you're one of those businesses that has been creating on TikTok, you're in an incredible position. Not just because the organic reach on TikTok is crazy, but your TikTok content can be used and repurposed everywhere. However, the reverse is not true. You cannot take your creatives from Facebook and Instagram and then run them on TikTok. That is going to bomb. We've seen it time and time again from firsthand experience. If you're creating on TikTok, the best thing you can do is take your most viral videos, download them without the watermark using an app like Snaptic, and then run them on Facebook and Instagram as ads. Those videos, I can guarantee you, are going to crush because you already know that piece of content works organically. You already have proof of concept. You know that people like the content. So in order to scale that, all you need to do is allocate some ad dollars so you can broadcast that video to a wider audience, add a call to action, and boom, that's your creative strategy. Test organically on TikTok, deploy capital in the form of paid media on every other platform. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and even LinkedIn.
So the model is you put out organic, put out as much as you can, different it hits, take it back, add to the copy to make it a transactional piece of content now. P.S. If you're interested in training in the Westchester, Connecticut, please email me and then run $500 worth of ads against that. It's gonna work because the algorithm now is not based on people, it's based on interest. So you know the ad is good.
It works. And just in case you're wondering, we are accepting new clients as we head into the holiday season madness. Normally, we only take on a select few clients every 45 days. And once those spots are filled, they're filled. So if you're excited about Black Friday, Cyber Week, and the insane amount of money that some of these businesses, our clients included, are spending to generate massive ROIs, go ahead and click the link in the description box below. We would love to chat with you. Just to give you some context, we plan to at least triple our spend for our clients this quarter, so you already know the returns are going to be crazy. Every year we spend more, and every year we do some record-breaking numbers, so Q4 is always a really exciting time for our clients. Number 3 of the Performance 5 is creative diversification. This is nothing new, but it's nice to finally see Meta not only recognizing, but also emphasizing the importance of this, because it's simply not enough to have 1, 2, or even 3 great ads. If you want to get amazing results with your Facebook ads, you need to constantly be pushing the envelope and the boundaries through storytelling, different concepts, messages. Users want creativity. There's a saying that goes, if intent is low, then creativity needs to be high. In other words, if you're prospecting to new customers, remember that these are people who have never heard of your business before. Why would they buy from you? They literally don't know who you are.
Damn.
I don't even know you like that.
In order to convince these new customers to buy, ad creativity needs to be high. Put more effort into telling your story and show why customers should buy from you and not your competitors. Sell the lifestyle of your product or service, not the product itself. I'll probably do an entirely separate video on how to create compelling ads that sell at some point, so comment below if this is something that you would like to see. Make sure you diversify your creatives by using different creators, personalities, tones, and different scenarios in which customers would use your product. You cannot get lazy here. You are not allowed to be lazy. If you're lazy with your creative strategy, you will get poor results. There was actually a study done that showed if a prospect sees the exact same message 4 or more times, that potential customer is lost forever. The worst thing you can do is run the same creative over and over again and bore your prospects until they lose interest. The easiest way to lose a customer is to bore them. On the other hand, if you show people 5 different ads, they're more receptive to seeing your ads, even if it's multiple times, because at the very least, they're interesting. You're not boring them. So if you want to lose customers, just keep showing them the same ad. Now, if purchasing intent is high, then creativity can be low. If you're remarketing to people who have already been to your website, all you need to do is remind them of perhaps another benefit of your product or service, or that they left something in their cart. The point is, if the intent to purchase is already high, you don't need to be as creative or do as much persuading in your ads to get people to buy. Just remind them that you're there like, hey, hello.
Hi. Hello, it's me. I'm sorry to interrupt.
And so long as they see your ad, they will convert. Next, we have the Conversions API quality check. Turns out the setup can be quite glitchy, so you want to routinely check to make sure the Conversions API is enabled and working. You want to make sure that Meta is receiving all the data it needs so you can optimize your campaigns for better and better results. If data is not being sent from your domain or your website to Meta, you're going to have a really hard time improving your results since Meta's machine learning algorithm won't work properly. This is why it's so much more difficult for startups and new businesses to run successful Facebook ads because there's simply no data. If there's no prior history of customers, Facebook simply doesn't have the data points to triangulate and match users on the platform. The baseline is 0. And when you're optimizing from a baseline of 0, the result is still going to be 0. If you're using Shopify, it's literally a few clicks to turn on the Conversions API if you haven't done so already. Assuming this is set up, you want to go into your Events Manager, scroll down to where it says Event Match Quality, also known as EMQ, and according to Meta, you want to aim for an EMQ of good or great. Some of you may see a number score here, in which case you want a score of 6 or higher, especially for your highest priority events such as a purchase, a lead, or a complete registration. You want to make sure your most important events have a high EMQ. A better EMQ score means that events are more likely to match a Meta account, which in turn will help you get more conversions and lower your cost per result. We like to check this every 2 months or so. You'd be surprised at how often things on the back end can get messed up. This could make or break your ads, so if you're not getting the results you like, double check your Events Manager to make sure your pixel is firing correctly, the Conversions API is enabled, and you're sending as many event parameters as you possibly can to maximize performance. Finally, the last point is to validate your business results. I know we're in the home stretch here. Basically, Meta is recommending that at a minimum, on a quarterly basis, you do what is called a conversion lift study to really understand how Meta is helping you drive growth for your business. So much data gets lost with tracking, privacy rules, and attribution these days is more difficult than ever. If you're using last click attribution, you're basically only counting the people who clicked on an ad and immediately purchased. But as we all know, this is not always what the customer's purchasing journey looks like. Not all purchases happen right away. Sometimes it takes a day, 5 days, or even 2 weeks or longer, depending on your sales cycle.
Hurry up and buy.
Needless to say, this last click attribution doesn't even account for people who saw your ad on Instagram, wanted to do some research, read some reviews before committing to buying. And 2 days later, Google your brand, click on your Google search ad, assuming you're running Google ads, and then they purchase. In this scenario, Google ads will get credit for the conversion when in fact, Instagram is where they actually discovered your brand. So that awareness from seeing your ad on Instagram led them to buy your product. That's basically what this conversion lift study does. It shows you the true impact that your Facebook ads or Meta ads actually have on growing your business. You might find that after doing a conversion lift study that Meta is actually responsible for an even higher ROI and a 20% incremental increase in sales. I don't know about you, but 20% would be pretty significant for most businesses. So that wraps it up for this video and all you need to know about Performance 5. I really think Meta dropped some golden nuggets with this one. Once again, if you want to take your Meta ads to the next level, the link is in the description box below. Super excited for Q4. As always, we always try to outdo ourselves every year. So if you're in a position to scale massively, click the link to schedule a call and let's chat. Also, I know I've fallen off the grid and haven't been uploading to YouTube, so hopefully this longer video makes up for that. Some of you have been harassing me about uploading more long form content, so here you go. I've been focusing more on TikTok lately, so be sure to follow me there if you aren't already. That being said, I am so excited to be uploading more regularly here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. I appreciate you. Smash that subscribe and like button, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!